We continue our series on living by strategy. And last week, we looked at the power of vision. That great vision precedes great achievements. By vision, we are talking about a clear picture of a preferred future, a distinct direction or approach of accomplishment of mission. I emphasized that vision normally is best set within a certain clear time period. 5 years for the very young, 10, average 15, few people who can do 20-year vision. We look at the sources of vision. Your vision may come from the inner voice or what you dream about, the unhappy voice, what you cry about, the successful voice, what you are happy at or good at, and the higher voice, God directed. I said that for younger people, oftentimes to articulate your vision, you may want to speak to a mentor, a senior person, or senior friends. But whatever it is, let your vision be more than just a projection from where you are. Other than that, it's no vision at all. When you are saying in a secondary school and you say that in 4 years from senior high school, I will be a graduate. Goodness, the average person will be a graduate. Do more. I'm going to university to have a high grade, first class or second class upper, do my doctorate, and by the time I'm 30, I'm an established business person or a university lecturer, even a professor, something like that. Then it is a big vision, not pocket-sized vision. For those who have copies of my book, Living by Strategy, I'm following chapter 8. And I want to spend this time to talk about what makes a good vision and what power will it give to your personal life, and some of the things you must be aware of, because let me tell you, some people specialize in putting water on your vision. If I were to listen to people in Filamwasi to say that, this boy wants to be an engineer, that's what I wanted to be. I missed being an engineer, so I ended up being a poor economist. But if I had listened to people in my village, if you finish *7, you are Oga at my time, I will still be there. Be probably a palm wine tapper. No. So we will look at this and don't allow others to discourage you from your audacious personal vision. So let me now go a little bit into details, looking at reading from page 94 of my book. I thought that this is the best way to do it so that I don't miss out anything. I believe that a good vision must have these 10 characteristics. First of all, and first and foremost, it must be futuristic and not what the French call future proche, that means the immediate future. A vision for a young person less than 5 years is not worth it. Average 10 years. But when you exceed 20 years, it almost devotes into your life mission, which while the vision is to define part of it. So it must be futuristic. I always work with a 10-year visions, and then I'm able to use that one as a basis for the next 10 years. And it must be realizable. Neither too short nor too long. It's very important. And it depends upon your stage. I think that once you pass 20, a 10-year vision is the best. Thirdly, it must be a clear picture of the future state. In other words, we are 30, what I want to accomplish, both as a person and in terms of achievements at the age of 50. Make it specific. It doesn't mean that you may achieve them all, but I find out that those who have specific, clear future often do far more than they anticipate, because we are almost all insiders, some conservatism, which says, hey, are you sure? Can you do it? But go for it. The fourth I have there is that it must be consistent with your values. Oftentimes, people have a vision which is at loggerhead with their values. So that I want to be rich. How do you want to be rich? Are you going to cut corners, receive bribes? You are then conflicting, you are getting rich with your values of integrity and honesty, assuming you have one. I want to have a degree. Yes, I'm going to rely on IA. Yes, that is good things, cheat. And then before long, before my teachers will find out, probably I'm out. As my grandson will say, I'm out of here. Fifth, it must be idealistic without being utopian. For example, if you set a 10-year, it must be what your best dream, not so. And yet, if Stephen Adei says that in 2024 I'll become the president of Ghana, all things are possible, but there are certain things I won't waste my time in dreaming. I haven't even registered. I do not belong to any party. I haven't declared my presidency, and I've had that use of my money. So it must be realistic, but not utopian. But I have a dream that by the time I'm 80, at least all the four corners, about 4 areas in Ghana, have access to quality Christian secondary education. It is possible. So that is where, and if you are making that dream at the age of 76, then it is audacious and big, but not impossible. 6, it must change your status quo. In other words, at the end of your vision period, you cannot be the same. You are a better person by your vision of being, and you have accomplished audacious targets. It must change your status quo. 7, it must be exciting and captivating. When I look at some of my visions, I get so excited about it. One of them is to help 1,000 Ghanaian young people to become millionaires. 0 tolerantly. And I'm looking forward to setting them on the road to become millionaires. 1,000 of them. I call them the Millionaires Club. And we are getting there. Small, small. Now I've enrolled about 300. People who are willing to set up aside about 200 Ghana cedis a month with an interest rate of about 17.5%, become millionaires in 25 years. Those who can do another level, who can do 500 in 20 years. Those who can do 1,000 in 15 to 17 years. I want to do something that excites me so that there will be a group of people who are rich and holy, not rich and corrupt. So, and your vision must be exciting and captivating to you. Other than that, you won't pursue it. But when you see people getting better, in my case, coming to know Jesus Christ, improving their academic records, their standards, and getting rich, it's exciting to me, it captivates me, and it gives me energy. 8, your vision must be driven by your purpose or mission. In other words, remember, at the end of it, the sum of your visions must allow you to accomplish your mission. If not, you're one of those people, and most people unfortunately are in that category. Say, if I have my life to live again, I will do this and that and that. No. Let your mission be clear and your vision for every period towards its accomplishment. Last but one, it must be translatable into specific strategic objectives and goals. Later on, we'll talk about the goals, so that your vision should be such that you can reduce it to your spiritual goals, your financial goals, your marital goals, your academic, intellectual goals, and the rest. Other than that, it will end up in dreamland and not be accomplished. Most importantly, and especially if you're a Christian, your vision must have God and eternity in it. Hallelujah. In other words, my vision will be such that it will be good for me, good for my neighbors, good for my generation and the generations follow me, but because God is in it, it will be valuable. It will take me into eternity. For it shall not profit any man to gain the whole world and forfeit his very soul. If you have such a vision, it will do wonderful things for you as a person. First of all, the power of vision is that it enables you to consistently and practically pursue your purpose, your life mission. A good vision will also give you hope. Something to live for, something to look up to. Many people are without hope because they have nothing to look forward to. If you have a personal, good vision, it will give you hope because you know that the future will be better than today. Thirdly, it set you free from today's limitations. In other words, many people, especially typical Ghanaian, oh, I don't have education, I don't have the money to do this, you know, Ghana is difficult. Blamania. Complaining all the time. No. When you have a clear vision, you start seeing that today's challenges may be a springboard for you for tomorrow. Ghana is hard. It won't be hard every day. If you have a vision, you start using the hardness of today to prepare you for tomorrow. Some people, for example, during this season, there's always famine. If you have a vision, very soon, since every year we have food shortages and high food prices, in May, June, July, you prepare for it. Last year, some guy living in our house in PPRC in the Kogu area used the place and had a big bag of maize, which I bought it, had a market price of 1,100. Big, and he deserved it. You know, not only has that bag of corn survived my family and all those in my household for a year, about half of it is there. And if I was going to sell it, I would have gotten about what is left, about 3 times the price. The challenges is always an opportunity for those who plan ahead, have a vision and a hope. What I like about having a powerful vision is that to realize it, oftentimes it requires some price to be paid. If you want to be rich and holy, you must save and consistently do so and not dip your hand into it overnight. There's a price to be paid for success, and a vision, a clear picture of where you are going would then encourage you and enable you to pay the price of accomplishment. And I'm so excited when I talk about vision, so because vision exciting vision becomes a source of energy and excitement for you to carry it through. Next, I want to say that energy, beside energy, a good vision by itself promotes self-discipline. When I was talking about the finance, most people, because they were not self-disciplined, they have no hope. The other day I was speaking to some people about the fact that if you, for the past 30 years, had only invested 100 Ghana cedis every month with a return of 17.5% per annum, you would be a millionaire in 30 years. So I asked, how many people are 60 years? And about a few raised their hand. I said, how many of you are millionaires? Nobody. In fact, one ventured to put the hand up, even timidly. But I said that this is all that you need to do in order to become a millionaire when you were 30 years old. It required discipline, but you must have a vision. If those people knew that by the time they are 60, they will be millionaires, simply by just putting 100 Ghana cedis aside, they will have done so. Without vision, people perish, as the Bible says. Their energies get scattered. But another reason why vision is important is that oftentimes, if you want to achieve your vision, you need other people to help you. And you need your vision for them to be able to buy it. For example, we wanted to set up Ghana Christian International High School. At that time, I was in my 50s. You need so many people. You need principals. You need teachers. You need administrators. When you are clear with your vision, you are able to mobilize the resources and all this personnel, because there's something that they can see. This is where he's going towards. And vision will enable you to mobilize others and resources to achieve it. So it has an inbuilt means to do it. Because if you come and tell me, I want to be educated. You are the former rector, you are a professor, But that is, who doesn't want to be educated? But if you say that I want to be an engineer, how do I? Then I can talk about did you do STEM? If not, yeah, I did it, but I failed physics. How can you make good? What are the universities you should be looking at? KNUST, UMAT, you must look at Ashasi University, blah, 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 blah. You see, it enables you to mobilize others to help you. It gives you resilience, tenacity, and grit to continue. If you have a vision, you don't get easily discouraged. And there are many things that will discourage you from yourself to your friends and to your employer. But if you have a clear vision what you want to do. For Christians, I believe that a vision can do two things for you. First is that it will catalyze effective prayer. When our prayer can say, God, help me bring Ghana Christian International from A to B. Lord, I want to accomplish this financial target so that I will catalyze, Christian activities, support my family, leave a legacy. In other words, my prayer is not, God, I want to be rich. Who doesn't want to be rich? Specific, clear vision enable you to have a clear prayer and ask God. And finally, as a result, it generates faith. Why? Because I'm going to this and I'm trusting God to help me get there. So, this is what a good vision will help you to achieve. However, especially especially given the uncertainties in Ghana. You don't know whether the cedi will jump from 5 cedis to 15 cedis within 2 years. And today I was reading about fish prediction that it will strengthen a little bit, about 9%. I hope it will strengthen by several, so that those who have bought dollars will suffer. This is for the joke. But let me tell you, there's enough things to discourage you if you have an audacious vision of what you want to accomplish ahead of your time. And talking as a Ghanaian, I see that there are certain things that are likely to undermine your vision, which you must be prepared to counteract it. First is that the average Ghanaian thinks short term. And they have every reason. There are political changes, economic turmoil, and other things. But let me tell you, you need a longer term vision to cope with this. Don't allow the fact that there are uncertainties in the system to undermine it. There are uncertainties, and that is, you must plan against uncertainties. Also, there are, of course, constrained, near-term constraints, the needs. There are pull him down syndromes, we call it PAD, where other people think that, no. This man, we cannot let him go. Crabology. It says if you put a crab in the baskets, they pull each other down. You don't need a cover. The fear of failure is hey, if I say I'm going to do this and I don't achieve it, my friend, think big. Distractions and indiscipline, lack of faith should not stand in your way. Make sure who you talk to also. There are some people who will eventually always undermine your vision. So let me conclude by saying that it's now time for you to be clear with your purpose in life, your vision, your mission, and that you should translate that one into written down vision. Average for about 10 years, the vision of being what you want to become at the end of the period, and at least about 3 things you want to accomplish in the next 10 years. I have exciting ones. Let me share my personal ones. Even in my old age, among my vision for the 10 years from 70 to 80 is God being my helper to write a devotional commentary on every chapter of the Bible. I am about 6 years into it, struggling, but I'll get there. To make sure that I have a fund, which when I'm gone, every grandchild of mine at the age of 25 will be a CD millionaire. I have certain lines of books which I want to write. And there's a certain stage I want by God's grace, to take Ghana Christian and hand it over to the next generation. But above all, I want to be a Christian who walks faithfully with God in integrity and love and faith. I'm excited. Will you draft a mission statement for yourself and translate it into an epochal vision of being and accomplish, the Lord being your helper? Shalom, and the Lord be with you. And once again, join me on YouTube, Professor Stephen Adei, YouTube, or in addition to every Saturday morning at ZFM 101.9. And we'll continue with moving from vision to specific goals for each area of your life. The Lord be with you.